Hello everybody and welcome to this newest video about BattleSouls. In the last video I showed you how the gameplay works and just a quick intro how the level works and how you move around and all the other things you can do. And I introduced our unique class change mechanic, so you actually have 3 different characters in the game that you play with, and you can actually switch between them live while you are alive. So what I didn't mention so much about in the last video was that you can actually customize your loadout before you go into the game, so you don't have to play with the 3 heroes that I played with. So today I'm going to show you a little bit about how the hero loadout thing works. So here I am in the main menu, and I can go into the Mystic Hall. This is where you can see our heroes. So in the last game I played with these 3 heroes. So it was BattleSouls, the wizard, and I played with Darmiyan, he's more of a tanky type, and I played with Cornelia, who's more of a druidy type. Druid alchemist type character. And each character, they all have 3 skills, 2 active and 1 passive. So they have like a left click, and they have a right click, and they have a change effect. So the left click one is always the one that with the lowest cooldown. The right click one has a little higher cooldown, and the change effect is often the most powerful ability. So you only get this ability triggered while you change into the class. So that's what I said in the last video, that you really want to be changing a lot in order to utilize the most powerful abilities of the characters. So for right now we only have 3 characters, but these 2 black boxes you see here, they indicate that we are actually working on more characters right now. They are in development. And as the game goes on and we sell more and more copies, we really want to be adding more characters to the game. So just a quick run through of these 3 characters. BattleSouls, he's the wizard, he's right now on main damage dealer. His left click shoots out a fireball. If he hits anybody or hits the ground, it also does an AoE. So the direct hit does damage, and the AoE on the ground does damage as well. His right click is a frostbolt, and it stuns the enemy in place for about 1.5 seconds right now. So you can, if you're good, you can stun lock them and then hit them with your fireball all you want. His change effect is a very powerful AoE that he shoots out and it hits the ground. So if you get close to the AoE, you get slowed down, and you also take damage while you're close to the AoE. So you really want to get into close combat and then change into BattleSouls, get the AoE down, and then use the stun bolt to get distance again from your enemies. Darmiyan is our more tanky character. His left click is a normal cleave attack, so he hits in a small cone in front of him for high damage. His secondary ability on the right click is a charge forward, so he raises his shield and charges forward with full speed. If he hits anyone, he slows them down and does a little bit of damage. So this is a good opportunity to charge in, slow somebody down, and then change into the wizard for the AoE effect so they can't move out of it. His change effect is very powerful also. You gain invulnerability for 2 seconds. So if you're very close to death, it can be a really good thing to change into Darmiyan to gain invulnerability and then charge out of the battle. And that leads me to the last character we have right now, Cornelia. Her left click is the most complicated of all the left click abilities in the game. She throws out a magic bottle, and if you hit an enemy, it will damage that enemy, and a small healing AoE will pop out from him, healing your allies. If you hit an ally with this bottle, he will be healed, and a small AoE pops out from him, damaging nearby enemies. So you really want to think about in the fight if you want maximum damage and maximum healing while you're playing as Cornelia. This bottle can be a little tricky to hit with, but once you master it, you can really turn the tides in a fight. Her secondary ability is a big lightning bottle that when it hits the ground makes a big explosion. It doesn't damage as much, but it pushes everyone away, both allies and enemies, so it's a really good disengager. If you can see your allies in trouble and maybe the other team is playing as melee and they've gotten really close to them, you can disengage the fight with this power bottle. And her change effect is healing herself and everyone around her, so you can run into the middle of a group of friends and change to Cornelia to gain some very effective healing on them. So these are the 3 characters we have right now, the wizard, the knight, and the druid. Of course right now we are working on some more characters, and I'm not going to reveal them yet because they're not 100% locked down. But we are of course working to put more and more variation into the game. In this way you could choose to play as a wizard and a tank and maybe another damage dealer, or maybe you want to play as 3 damage dealers. It's really up to you how you want to customize your hero loadout for the game. that was all for the video right now. If you want to come discuss the game with us, please check out our subreddit. It's called BattleSouls, and in there you will also find a link how to sign up for the closed alpha test if you want to help us test out all these new mechanics. Thank you very much for watching.